This video is for the 2015 Nissan Altima SL 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with a tech package and the sunroof. So let me tell you a little bit about this car. I bought it brand new, so nobody else has driven this car outside of me. I wanted all the cool features on a car, and so this car has absolutely every single thing that you can imagine or that Nissan will let you buy outside of the V6. A few cool things that I got done to the car. I got these really nice LED switchbacks installed. So when you lock your car or unlock it, you are met with the orange lights, and also with this is the color of the turn signal as you're turning. So cool thing about this car is that when you just have the car on, it acts as a daylight running light, which has these really cool white LEDs. Now, another cool feature about this car is the remote start. The remote start is probably, I want to say, the best feature of this car because it makes winters easy, it makes summers fun. Let me tell you why. So whatever setting you had your air in your car so let's say in the winter, you typically put your heater to like 80-90 degrees. And when you remote start your car from your apartment or your office or your house, it'll automatically run that setting and defrost your windows, heat up your steering wheel all by itself, along with heat up the interior cabin of your car. Same thing in the summer, if you have left your AC on in your car, when you remote start it from your house or your office, it'll automatically cool down your car by the time you walk to it. So that makes this car really awesome and fun and comfortable to drive. And you know, that doesn't even go to say that this car is loaded with like safety features such as blind spot indicator and leather seats and all this other cool bells and whistles, which I'll get into in a little bit. But let's try out the remote start real quick so you can see the white LEDs. So all you have to do is press the lock button and then hold the engine start button. Check it out. So you have really beautiful white LEDs on both sides. Can't really tell, but wish you could see the detail. The puppy does not come with the car. He's outside, and you thought that you were ready to go, but you're not ready to go. You got to put on your extra 2-3 layers of jacket and all that, but you don't want to leave your car running. The really cool thing about this car is that you can also turn it off through the remote. So there's two things. One thing is that the car will turn off by itself after 15 minutes. The second thing is that you can manually turn it off. So the way to manually turn it off is just by simply holding the engine turn on button, or I guess in this case, turn off button. So just like that. Now let's get inside the car and check out what it's really about. So the cool thing about this car is that you don't need to use your remote to unlock it. You gently just press this button here one time and it'll turn on, and it'll unlock only this specific door. If you press it 2 times, it'll unlock all the doors, all 4 doors, so all your passengers can get in. So it's very nice, and it's actually very secure, right? Because if you accidentally unlock all your doors, somebody can actually just jump in on the other side and you can be in a dangerous situation. So Nissan thought of this security feature, and it's really awesome. As you enter this car, you can see there's leather trimming, all 4 electric windows, with two of the front ones being automatic. Controls for your side mirrors, which are also, by the way, heated, so in the winter time they will defrost by themselves. And as you look inside, you are greeted with 2 leather seats. Both of them are powered. This one is adjustable in many different ways. Leather steering wheel. You have your steering heater, which automatically turns on and off in the winter, which is a really nice feature for whenever you remote start your car from your room, to have a very nice, comfortable environment. You have your parking sensors, trunk, traction control, gas, and your front trunk. Really cool stuff. So as you sit inside, you are greeted with a really nice big screen, which is also a touch screen, by the way, to make your life easier as you're driving this car. Seat heaters, automatic transmission, and there we go, push button start stuff. So you're greeted with this Nissan, which you can adjust. All right, let me get back to the menu. Let's go back. All right, so you're greeted with this really cool silver whitish looking Nissan, which the color of you can change. We'll get into in a minute. The car currently has 63,707 miles. It'll have more miles by the time that anybody actually comes and views the car. It just got its service. It doesn't need an oil change until 66,000 miles, so we're good on that for a while. Now let's get into the settings of this car. So you have the tire pressure monitoring system. As you drive, the car will tell you if your tires are properly aired. If not, you'll get a warning. It tells you how many miles to the gallon you get, and you can always reset it just like that. Tells you what you're playing. So if I had Bluetooth connected or the radio, etc., and then you can adjust it with the source button, right? And then another cool feature is the car will tell you which way you're headed. So north is to the back of the car. So, which is great for whenever you're driving, you have your navigation on and you're trying to get around. You can also see these two features on the side. The left one is the lane guidance, and then the right one is the blind spot indicator. The blind spot indicator works to tell you if there's a car to the right or to the left of you on both sides. If you have your indicator lights on, it'll actually beep as it flashes to tell you not to run into a car that's next to you, which makes driving this car really, really comfortable. And honestly, I absolutely love driving this car for the years that I've owned it because of this feature and the remote start feature alone. All right, so let's keep digging into what else you can tune with the car's system. So if you have any warnings, so for instance, maintenance, tire pressure, or anything that your car is trying to tell you, there will be a warning window over here, and then you arrive to the settings menu, which you can see the driver's assistance. So this has the driving aids, which is the lane guidance, and the blind spot indicator, which are two really, really cool features of this car. And then you are brought to your vehicle settings, so you can turn on and off the auto room lamp, light sensitivity, so how dark or bright you want something, delay light, wiper with speed on, intelligent door lock, all these really, really cool stuff. Selective door lock. So selective door lock is pressing the button once and it only unlocks the driver's side. If you press it twice, it unlocks all. So stuff like that, security features. Nissan really did think of everything with this car for its time. Answer back horn. So let's say if you are coming home late and you don't want to wake up your neighbors or your kids or your parents, whatever, you can turn this off. So whenever you lock or unlock your car, it doesn't honk. It's really cool. Also with the remote start, you can turn this feature off if you want in the battery saver settings. And then you're brought to the main menu selection, which tells you what you want to see. I think you can only see up to like 5 things on your main menu, which we kind of went through. So this one has the navigation, audio, trip computer, tire pressure, stuff like that. So after the main menu, then you have your body color, which we spoke of earlier. That car at the main menu that I showed was silver. Let's change it to something a little bit more exciting. Let's do red. And then you have maintenance, service, tire, other that you can set, alarms, outside temperature. So when it's really cold, the car will tell you like, hey, be careful when you're driving. We're in icy road conditions. You can skid. It's really cool stuff that Nissan thought of for security and just driving comfort. And navigation over here, navigation alarm is like tells you to turn lanes and when your exits arrive. And then you're brought to language, unit, welcome effect is when that Nissan pops up, and it looks really cool. So let's go back. All right. Okay, so here's the Nissan. It has become red. Really cool. So other cool features about this car, has a home link. So if you want to turn on, open your garage door or something else, you can do that. You have your sunroof, which works. It's really nice. You have your glove compartment box. You have your side armrest. You can have the gum and the $5, but I can't give out my Costco gift card or my car keys. Sorry. You can also have the clay bar. You have really cool USB ports, and for audio, if you want to do that, if you're a little bit old school, cigarette lighter. I used it for my car charger until it broke, then I started using the USB. That's really cool stuff. Cool thing about this car is the Bose Sound System, which I specifically requested for. It has tweeters in the front, very large speaker in the front, so 3 speakers in the front, 2 on the door, and then 2 in the back doors as well, and then 2 in the trunk, which produces some of the most beautiful sound I've heard in the car, which creates a truly amazing driving experience. Here we are met with the back seats, which have airflow for the rear passengers, also all leather. Really cool stuff. And then you are met with your trunk. So a few key notes about this car. The service was recently done for the oil change. I got the front brakes replaced only 2,000 miles ago. The rear brakes were replaced, I want to say 6,000 miles ago, so they're still fairly new. As far as that, now the tires, really cool. Tires, I believe, are only not even 2. I got them in I got these tires in February of 2018, so they're almost 2 years old. They've only been put with 15,000 miles on it, so they're still in very good condition, but you can see there are some curb marks on all the wheels, just to be transparent. I did curb them a few times. These wheels look okay, but outside of that, and all these tires have been rotated several times. I believe on every oil change, Nissan rotated the wheels for me, so the wheels have very even wear. Outside of that, the car doesn't really need much. It just needs a really awesome new owner that can drive this car for another 5-10 years, however much they want. This car is truly magnificent, and I hope you like it. Got to mention one other thing. This car has ceramic tints in it, so in the back seat nobody can look in. Front seat's very dark. It is all completely legal, which will what ceramic tints do, they reject heat a little bit better than your regular tints. I actually got these done at Carl Racing in Houston. This is off of Highway 6, and so what these tints will do is it'll reflect heat a little bit more because this car is black on black. But one thing you will notice about this car as you drive it and as you experience it in the summer is that it will remain cooler than any other car. Yeah, and it's awesome.